My name is Molly Ann Bishop. I am a ceramicist, an illustrator, and what else do I do? I decided to film the intro for this in my ceramic studio because this is where all the magic happens. I decided to make this video about the journey of making a sculpture, but there will be some more thoughtful existential questions in it. If you like this style of video, let me know by liking and subscribing. Also, if there are any videos about ceramics or art making or small business that you'd like to see, let me know through the comments. Fine art ceramics, functional ceramics, merch development, product development, selling in person, selling online. So if any of these things are interesting to you and you want to see videos specifically about those, let me know by commenting. I made a lot of functional ceramics in my day. In the past 6 months, it's the first time I've really explored making sculpture. In last week's video, I talked a little bit about this and how it was inspired by a trip to the Victoria and Albert Museum. But it also just makes sense for me. I'm an illustrator and I love drawing people and animals in 2D, and I work in clay, so it just seems like a natural thing that I would try to explore making my figures that I draw in my world into the 3D space. And so it's kind of funny, I've been working in clay for 15 years and have just started doing this. And I actually know why, because I've always really wanted to do this. I was just too scared, honestly. That's what it is, I was too scared. Why was I scared? Great question. I have a lot of answers. First off, I'm pretty shy when it comes to trying something new and experimenting. And in the past, I've worked in group studios where I felt a little bit like a fishbowl feeling, where I've always been observed while I'm trying and failing. And I hate that feeling. I know myself, and I need a lot of privacy while I explore new materials or new techniques. And I'm kind of curious if you guys have ever felt like that. I know that that's been a big issue for me in my practice, is fear of failure and fear of observed failure, I guess. I think a lot of the reason I feel this way, or this has been imprinted on me, is I did a year-long residency at Red Lodge Clay Center, and my other fellow residents were all male, and a lot of the other people I was encountering, they were all male, and a lot of them didn't understand my work. And I felt a lot of defensiveness around trying to describe my work, and I felt a lot of fear about trying new things. That time doing that residency, I learned so much and I grew so much as an artist, and I met so many amazing people. I was young too. When I did this residency, I think I was like 24-ish, 25. And I just didn't feel super comfortable experimenting, and I didn't feel super nurtured in that environment. And now I can look back and I totally understand why. There were a lot of egos wrapped up in it, myself included, but I think mostly it was part of this like male ceramic ego thing that I've encountered a lot in my tenure as a ceramicist, and I was curious if you know what I'm talking about. There's so many different ways to approach a problem in ceramics because there's so many variables and firings and clay bodies and techniques, and there's just no right way to do things. But there are a lot of people who think there is a right way to do something, and there's a lot of people who aren't scared to tell you about that. So now I finally have my own private studio, and I feel way more free to experiment with things. By being in here alone and trying and failing, I've learned that I actually have really good instincts and a lot of technical knowledge about clay and my clay body and my style of building. And so it's been so good for my confidence to explore and just trust myself. I also want to credit this exploration with Latza. It's a community studio here in Chicago, and it's such a wonderful place. If you haven't been and you live in town, you should check it out. They have workshops, meetups, group draws, and they have a gallery space, and they have been putting on really cool shows. The first ceramic sculpture I made and showed was a piece for a show called Reflections, and it was their 1-year anniversary show. I made a piece that was 2 versions of me looking into a mirror, and one was feeling good about their body and one was feeling bad about their body. And I explore that kind of idea and that imagery a lot in my work. Feeling good about your body and how you perceive it versus how other people perceive it. How maybe your attitude changes the way that you feel in your physical body. That was the first sculpture I made, and the piece sold, which was amazing. There's another show and another opportunity at Latza. The show is all about candle holders, and they're inviting a bunch of artists to make candle holders. So I applied with a rough drawing of what I wanted to make. And my idea was to make a sculpture of Jeff Probst, and he's holding a torch snuffer, and the candle represents the torch. If you ever watch the show, every player has a torch, and it sort of represents their life in the game. When they get voted out, their torch gets snuffed. So what you're about to watch is a video of the highs and lows of me making the sculpture. If you like this video, can you let me know by liking and subscribing to my channel, please? And if you want to see more about my personal journey with ceramics and building confidence as a ceramicist, or what my ceramic journey was, let me know in the comments. That's everything I have to say, so I'll see you at the end of the video. Oh, I'm scared. Like, does he have cracks? Not the end of the world if he has cracks, but it would be funny if it would be so me if the candle didn't fit. Let's go get it. All right, knock on wood that this is like the perfect, I've made so many candle holders, I have a good feeling about it. Yeah, it's big enough. It's almost too big. Compress, compress, compress. I don't want to introduce any more water to these areas. But this is like where his ankles are really cracking, and his ankles seem okay. But clay has a funny way of remembering. It's Friday night. I loaded my sculptures into the kiln. I'm firing Jeff Probst and the Mall Girl. Let's get a look. Let's get a look. Okay. I like drop the camera on them and they break. Okay, so Jeff Probst is down here. He's really hard to see. I just got to work. It's like 5 degrees outside. Oh, this is annoying. Mike with a turtleneck. I haven't even turned on the lights. There we go. Okay, it's 6 degrees. Feels like -11. Anyway, I wanted to record this because I'm about to unload the kiln and I'm so scared. But yeah, he's looking good. Let's see if the candle fits. Yeah. Yeah, his hand touches it. Cool. We like. So we'll do some sanding and then bisque fixing and then underglazing today. You guys, I'm so proud. Is that cheesy to say I'm proud of myself? I'm really feeling proud of myself. Like, this is a whole new thing. Oh my God. He looks so cool. Oh my God. Cool. So he's my most important priority. He needs to get glazed and go back in the kiln tomorrow. And it gets dropped off at the gallery on Friday. And then the opening is, okay, the 7th of February. Cool, maybe I'll drop this video before the party, before the opening. You know, my hair looks crazy. But yeah, I'm so excited. Man, you guys, I haven't really felt excited about anything I've made in ceramic in a long time, or like at least this excited. Sometimes I'll make a mug that like I really love, but I'm just so excited about these. It's been so fun to push myself. I don't know if I meant for him to lean that much, actually. It's gonna say the tribe has spoken right here. Cool, okay. I'm sort of feeling a little bit like this piece is like, it's feeling a little bit flat and boring. It's my inclination to put a ton of pattern on things, but Jeff Probst doesn't wear pattern. He wears these like simple like clothes from like Colombia and Patagonia. So I painted a shirt blue and that's it. Glazing, it's gonna be hard because my glaze doesn't brush on. I'm gonna have to like dip and pour it. And with these bigger pieces, like for mugs, that's dipping is easy. Plates have a glaze walk and it's pretty easy, but with these sculptures, it's kind of tough. So I'm just gonna have to thin out my glaze a lot and dip and pour and hope for the best. You're right up against the mic, Jeff. Do you have anything you want to say? Okay, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but my friend's mom dated Jeff Probst. And she thinks it's so funny that I'm obsessed with him. I just think he's a really good host of Survivor. I really like the Australian Survivor host too. Jonathan? I love Australian Survivor. If you like American Survivor, but you don't watch Australian, you are in for a treat. Oh my God, Toad looks so funny. Toadie! He looks like he doesn't have any eyes. Toadie, where are your eyes? There they are. Okay, it is Friday. The candle holder, the Jeff Probst candle holder is due to the gallery today. And I'm about to unload it from the kiln. I haven't even peeked yet so that we can get my full reaction on camera, for better or for worse. Oh, okay. It's definitely darker and brighter than I expected, but the glaze looks good. Oh, it looks good. I'm happy with it. Sometimes the underglaze cracks. It's like flaking off, but that's okay. Oh, see, that just flaked off. Why does that happen? Maybe I'll have to reglaze that. Okay, I'm gonna have to refire it. That's okay. That's easy enough. But other than that, no flaking up here. He's looking good. He is looking good. It's really cute and cartoony. Yeah, so it's flaked off here. I think because the underglaze was too thick that I fired on. So I'm just gonna paint this with, yeah, I'm just gonna do some touching up. Okay, yeah, so one more firing and then he'll be ready. Actually, on further thought, I've had some time to reflect. I went and drank some coffee and worked on something else, and I'm actually super annoyed that that the glaze flaked off of this piece. And I acted like I wasn't mad about it, but it's really friggin' annoying. The piece is due today. They're like flexible. I need to let them know right away, but it's making me mad that now I have to deal with this. And I'm like, why did that happen? Yeah, I'm just learning so much, but he's cute. He kind of looks like a Simpsons character now. Do you think he looks too much like a Simpsons character? I really want them to, like, these figures to look like my drawings come to life. But I just wanted to say, yeah, actually it's super annoying that this happened, and I'm pissed off at ceramics again. I'm mad at it. What else is new? I had plans to be filming this at outro with holding the finished piece. I like wrote a little script and it says, here he is in all his glory. But he's not done, and so many things have gone wrong lately. Did you hear that? I'm reading Dracula right now, so I'm a little bit on edge. So I don't have, Jeff Probst isn't done, but he's gonna be done on Thursday. Hopefully he'll be okay, but basically I showed you guys, the glaze is shivering off. I think I know why it's happening. What's scary is I have another piece in the kiln right now with the same issue. Oh, also my kiln is broken, sort of, I think. I did a test fire yesterday. It seemed to go okay, so now I'm firing everything. Yeah, it's just been a wild ride. It's like kind of fun to mess up because, yeah, I talked about this in the intro, but it's like, if I'm messing up, it means that I'm like trying new things, and that's what I want to be doing. I'd rather be messing up than like making the same thing over and over again. And like you guys saw, like I've been really excited about this, and like I'm just gonna keep learning. Yeah, I wrote in the script, I learned so much from making Jeff. It's so hard in the moment to remember that these failures are opportunities to learn. I think that that's the moral of the video, I guess, is, yeah, the moral of the video is like, it's hard to feel confident. And I think a lot of that has to do with being a woman, maybe, I don't know. But like with my experience in this field around a lot of male egos, I've like gendered it. If you're somebody who's making art, like, or if you're feeling like you're not pushing yourself or exploring or growing, ask yourself why that is, and try to do what you can to push yourself out of that and like not worry what people think. It's really hard. I think we all care about what people think, you know, to a certain extent, like, but it's important to keep trying and keep failing, and maybe one day you'll get a finished candle holder out of it. That's at least what I'm hoping for. And hopefully by Thursday. Okay, bye guys. Bye. Have a good weekend. I'll see you next week. I don't know what video I'm gonna have, but it's gonna be good. And if you subscribe, you will find out what it is next week. It's a reason to subscribe, is to figure out what next week is gonna be along with me. Okay, bye.